That's all we needed. What does all of your strength? Where does all your strength come from? Mortals are truly interesting. Now take this with you. Received the Darius emblem. We are grateful, Secundus. Farewell. So in order for you to do your Maxwell extensions, you need that shit. Red elevator. Put on me. Put on me. Red sage. Put on me. Red sage. Put on me. If I had used all these herbs, I would have probably had a way easier time against that dude. But maybe I didn't realize that I had these herbs and I got them in the arena or something. Anyway, that was annoying. Let's go restock on supplies, shall we? Let me put my Eternal Sword back on. You know, just the one thing that split that world into two to stop its destruction with its power over time and space. Just some random jackoff named Reed Herschel has it. The Eternal Sword with its power over time and space. Shine, lights of the heavens. Indignation. He can't use either of those, but he can use resist. This is a dark art. Wind art, who cares? Ow, stop it. No. It's because I can't make these shitty controller noises because he'll want to attack me. Man, Maxwell has such high vitality requirements. Look at us, level 70. Hey, I need to stop that. Your little teeth are very sharp. They're quite sharp, my little lovely. My little lovely boy. Yeah, when they start flipping their tails like that, that means they're getting like rowdy, so don't touch them if you don't want to be bit. I can switch us back over to what it was. Demon Twist.
Sonic Wave. Swallow Dance. Demon Twist. Indignation.
Wonder what happens whenever we summon Secundus. I've never gotten his vitality up enough. But that was pretty sweet. We summoned Destiny. It was all our main characters that we used last playthrough. So that was a neat little surprise. See, it would be nice if I bought an item shop for the ship, because then I could just restock there. And you need empty rooms for that shit. Okay, just ignore me then. Because you're a levitating enemy, levitating enemies are shit in this game because they ignore the rules of engagement.
Rising Phoenix. We win.
Level 70. That's pretty much it. Let's go fight Shazam after we restock on items. Gates to Eternal Void, show your passage. Yeah, holding square attack and defend, or I mean square, cross, and circle, I mean. Can be hard. So hopefully I don't fuck up too many times to the point where Eternal Finality actually does damage to me. Every time she casts it, you're supposed to counter with that. But let's get some items first. In the future, whenever I grind and shit, I may want to look into getting the item shop for the ship so that we can just not have to go to a town. Let me see, where's the closest town over here? What's over here? Okay, is this Loishka? So that has nothing in it that of any value to me. What's over here? That's Chat's hut. I should just go to fucking Tincia. What's like over here? What's over here? This island should be right here, but they have a very limited selection. We could go to Peruti down there. But here's Tincia. We'll just buy the items here. How are we looking on TP and shit? Good. I guess we could rest at the end just because we're finally rich enough to do so. But seeing as how this is it, like we're gonna fight Chazal right here. Now is the best time to buy. Tusk meat. You can only find tusk meat here, and you can only find bear meat in Inferior for whatever reason. Because bears in this world are covered in armor, and they shoot lasers and shit, and it's really stupid. Thank you. Thank you. The item shop is over this way. That's cool that there were little nods to Destiny, and I'm glad that we played Destiny, even though there were very, very cheap parts in that game too. Welcome. Restock on this. I love those flare bottles. I never use them. I'm happy to be of service. Don't know how much we'd get done on New Game Plus for TOTA, but we'll see. Excuse me, sorry. Would you like to register? It's 7,700 gold. It's the same as it was in fucking Inferior. What a load of shit. Tincia is basically the capital of this world, but there's like, I don't know, they're so technologically advanced, but there's like 5 cities total in this whole place. It's the same thing on Inferior. There's like not a whole lot of stuff on these planets. Or are they one planet with, I don't know, it's so weird this game. Everybody oversleep. Ready will get ready soon. Or start get ready. Why does she speak in broken English and yet everybody else doesn't? Are you ready yet, Merity? Just a second. Now where did Merity put it? It only took me 10 minutes to get ready. I think a lady would spend at least 30 minutes. Okay. Whole lot of nothing. Humorous scenes. This takes me back to when we were grinding in Shadow Cave. If we leave through the port, we'll automatically be on the ship, so let's do that. I wonder, are the I wonder if it's any slower. Let's find out. It feels like it's faster. You don't get this shit till the end of the game, so it's like crazy. But at the same time, like, you know, in terms of video game design, it forces you to like explore and take your time exploring the world. It's probably faster because you get to ignore all the terrain and stuff. So it's just faster to fly everywhere. There's something to talk about there. That's pretty much, this is it. I think I've done everything. Got all the goodies. I fought all the bosses that I can fight, I think. Including that cheap asshole, Class Albane. I'll use my Albane fighting techniques on you. Sorry if they're cheap. Yeah, it's like dimensional blade spam. You gotta wait, walk up to that, wait for him to do it, get closer. Don't accidentally double tap or else you'll get too close too fast. Not so. Well, that's everything. We never got to get shooting stars. Could grind the rest of it out, I guess. Don't really want to though. Got holy knights for me. Distortion, stagnation. Shooting star. What level is Secundus even supposed to be to get shooting star? He's 21, 24. I think Maxwell has to be 25. Like maybe that's what the problem is. Never got to see it. Unless we grind for him, but I really don't want to grind anymore. It's gonna get to a point where like I'm far too over leveled, which, you know, like I don't care if I am, but at the same time, the last boss is gonna be a joke because of it. And the only reason like Narrate's Labyrinth is like so hard is because fucking you do a lot of it solo, and this game wasn't designed for your characters to be alone. Like maybe at the beginning of the game when you're in the forest and you're fighting like one enemy at a time. But apparently that's why Narrate's dungeon is so hard. And you get the final item in there that makes Lead, like, I was gonna say Lead, it makes Reed like invulnerable or something. It's like the whole Gilgamesh thing, like it's been in all the games, like as an Easter egg type thing. You equip that plus, is it Last Fencer? Like Last Fencer, Golden Helm, Golden Armor, the Beam Shield, the Jet Boots, and the Hyper Gauntlet. Gates to Eternal Void, show your passage. Heart of Chazel's Castle.
Chazel?
In the name of Seifert, I have come to stop the Grand Fall.
Too late. The Dark Aurora shall now reach its completion with Nereid's Fibril.
What?
A bearer of Fibril. The one you call Reed. Can you not feel it? The powers of Eternia's Kremls are flowing into me.
I understand now. The Grand Fall's true purpose.
What do you mean?
The destructive power of the Aurora art is in direct proportion to the amount of Kreml absorbed.
What?
You mean she's absorbing the power of the Kremls around the world?
I do not speak your language.
Why complete Dark Fibril? To destroy Eternia.
Why you speak in broken English?
I shall become the master. Defeat Seifert and become the creator of a new world.
Defeat Seifert?
Once the Dark Aurora is completed, that too shall be easy. The events 2,000 years back shall be reversed.
Are you Nereid?
What if I am?
Where is Chazel?
Chazel, a struggling soul trapped within me, one shamed by her own actions. May that be her?
That's Chazel's body. Give it back.
Impossible. It is her hatred for this material world that allows us to unite under one strong will. Vatengeist is the world as it should truly be. Without material matter, jealousy and hatred will cease to exist. Greed that causes suffering and the grief of losing a loved one will be no more.
All these games plots have to do with grief or somebody dying or protect the ones you love, Reed. Even though we barely knew each other. Random alchemy shop man. But I think I said 1 or 2 words to you. I mean, yeah, those were our parents, so that's kind of fucked up, but... Alchemy Shop Man and Rassius.
The Orbis is moving.
Oh man, she's totally tricked us into allowing this shit to happen. Oh, I'll die a virgin. Rassius, I was saving myself for you. Sorry, baby, I just want people to buy this pot.
It seems that it has begun.
Meredy!
Giselle is dead. The one that is here is our enemy.
Ah! Laser beam.
Meredy!
Oh shit, got it off the game.
Supersonic Blitz.
Demon Spiral Hammer!
Supersonic Blitz.
Demon Spiral... Demon Twist!
Gates to Eternal Void, show your passage!
Not this time, bitch.
Demon Twist!
Yeah, I kind of let her cast it just to show it off. I don't know if I could actually stop her from casting it. But you have to hold down the 3 attack buttons, square, cross, and circle. And you'll block her from doing it. Okay, she can't be stopped casting it. Oh, it's just sparkling.
Demon Spiral Hammer! Tempest Strike! Tempest Strike!
Oh. Maybe that's what happens when we get really high level. We'll never be able to fringe our arts again. But it's okay, I mean.
The bug is resisting. An ugly bug. What is this? What does she desire?
Nerid, don't you understand Giselle's feelings? If you don't, you can't win.
What?
You saying you want me to understand her feelings and kill you?
Like you said, Seyfert's world is imperfect. There are many who live believing in their own justice. Because of that, endless strife, sorrow, and chaos will always rule.
But we want to bring peace to the world.
But that's why people can change. By exploring their differences, they learn and change. If people can change, the world can change too. We don't need the Grand Fall.
I see. So that is the divine aurora.
Oh my god.
Worthless.
What?
Damn, she's hot. Oh no, he's hot. Ooh, what a grand entrance. She's a grand old flag. She's a, I don't know this one. I don't know this one. Put that there. 300k for narrate. Ooh. There's like a creepy bug thing.
Spiral Hammer! Demon Twist!
Uh-oh.
Demon Twist! Demon Spiral! Demon Twist! Demon Spiral Hammer!
Eagle dive.
Ooh, this shit's gonna hurt. Be doing that high level fucking damaging spells.
Sonic Fist.
Demon Twist.
Palm Strike.
Never actually summoned Ren before. What does it look like? Maybe she can take damage from this. Sure, I'll put all this other stuff back in. I don't know, sure, why not? Have fun.
Palm Strike.
Oh, that's neat. Doesn't actually do damage though.
Spiral Hammer.
Ooh, that's not a good idea to have her next to my dudes.
Dark Force. Demon Twist.
Hey, come on now.
Thunder Blade.
Let's not have her so close to everybody. Huh?
Sonic Fist.
Oh, she must have to cast some spells.
Demon Twist.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are hella overloaded for this fight. But it's like you can't do the other stuff in the game without being this level. Oh man, didn't actually kill Kior. Interesting. Kior is gonna hurt. Ooh. Ooh. Come back here, you. Ooh, that's gonna hurt them.
Rising Phoenix.
Nihilistic Knight. I forgot about this one. This is her mystical.
Demon Twist. No use.
Yeah.
Demon Twist.
It's weird that she's like not resistant to dark. I would think that she would be. Partake of my baptism of darkness. Fear Flare. Oh, it's Fearful Flare. Fearful Flare. Hey, would you stop that? I kind of need you to stop that, please. Kind of need my life. Thank you. Ow. Could you stop? Ow. If she had a lot of health, that's about it. It's kind of sad that, like, in order to do all the other stuff, you need to be around level 7. I know, Sick Knight, watch out! Let me just move back this way. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, this shit actually does hurt. But I'm pretty sure I have what did I put the reflect ring on me, so like I take 20% reduced damage from all spells. It's pretty nice. So she just does not cast Eternal Finality like in this form, or if she does, I was able to stop her. Like you can't, like in her quote-unquote caster form, you can't stop her from casting, but in this form you can stop her spells. Some of them are just fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Instacast. You can't stop those, but other than that, like she just has a lot of health. And this spell hurts if you don't have any kind of resistance to it. Fearful Flare. Man, she loves putting Contaminate on. Could put a Drain Charm on, I guess. I mean, I don't need a mental aggressive for this fight, so I might as well. Does Drain's the one that protects against Contaminate? Probably in the name, it protects against Drain. Prevents infirmities, including declining accuracy, defense, and spellcasting. I wonder if I want to put an poison charm on them. Against HP reducing poison and TP reducing weak. Okay, later. Once I get cured from that, it'll be on me. It shouldn't be on me again. Fear for Freya. Oh, there's Eternal Finale. Show your passage. Bitch. I got the Divine Aurora. Ooh. Maybe she's at half health and that's when she casts Eternal Finality. No, she's at 90k. Like this fight, I imagine even at quote unquote the right level, it's not too bad if you have your dudes with like resistance items on. Like this shit is only doing 22 per little meteor that hits you. Who has vitality maxed? I can't see. Ah. Let's do this. Hey, didn't I tell you to do the thing? Here I am trying to do cool stuff and she can't get the job done because she's trash. Guess we got our 30 minutes time up. There we go. Oh. Demon attack. Sweet. Let's get over you.
No use. Demon twist. Demon twist. Freeze.
That's sweet. It'll tell you whenever vitality is max for them. Oh, here comes Nihilistic Knight. Come on. Do the thing I tell you to do. Merity. They literally insta-cast. Why haven't you been doing what I fucking tell you to do? It's like a 1 second cast. Wow, she actually has decent water resistance. Almost half. It's not listed, but that shit normally does 100 damage. Yeah. He's almost dead. She just has, like, that's the whole thing. She just has a summon Pluto. Ah, this shit's crazy. Oh, it looked crazier than it was. Oh man, now she's getting serious with like really high level spells and shit that she wasn't doing before. Darkness of the Outer Limits. Not happening.
This cannot be.
Yeah, if you don't do your Aurora art, it'll kill you. Like, you have to counteract that shit or else you'll die. Alright, going into Merity. Maybe. That's what I thought would happen. It's been a while. Are we at the foot of creation?
We seem to have slipped out of Vattenkeist.
Vattenkeist.
What is this?
The core of Seyfert Ring.
To think this place had always existed.
Poor Chazelle. Getting possessed by an ancient god. Merity, me sorry for you.
What's going on? The Grand Fall isn't stopping.
Not only that, it's gaining speed.
We weren't in time. It's beyond the critical point. At At this distance, the force of gravity will only draw the two worlds closer. No one can stop it now.
What if we
No,
use the Eternal Sword?
It can't be. Can't we do anything?
There is one thing.
No.
Keel, if I destroy the core with my Aurora art, the Seifert ring will dissolve.
What are you saying? The Seifert ring is the lock which keeps Celestia and Inferior bound together. If we destroy it,
What would happen?
even if it all went well, Celestia and Inferior would have no spatial relation.
In other words, a complete division.
And if it doesn't go well?
Well, we
Both
die
would
anyway.
Be annihilated in a second. Far worse than the Grand Fall.
If it all goes well, can we stop the destruction?
Yes, but that theory's meaningless. Using the Aurora art given to you by Seifert to destroy his own creation.
Can it be done?
Meredy?
Let's fringe the Aurora arts.
With the Aurora, that's it. If we fringe the divine and the dark Aurora, we can generate a devastating force.
No! Meredy! Your body can't handle it!
That's right. If you do that, you'll destroy your soul and become like Giselle.
I know, but I don't mind.
Meredy,
I decided when time came, I would use this power. I decided long before. Meredy loves everyone. The world where everyone lives. I will save it.
Jeez. You're only 16. They've been showing that shit happening every time. No, I'll never get to sound my part. I mean, I'm dead, so... Even in the spirit world. What was that place?
We have to hurry. We have come very far. Do not waste it.
Well, I guess we have no choice. What is
Why did
one
you have to
life
be like
weighed
this?
against the entire world?
Let's do it. Meredy's not gonna change her mind.
Keel,
Meredy? Are you sure?
you bet.
Thank you, Meredy.
we're not giving up. We're gonna live. All of you. Stay alive.
I didn't fight Crest for an hour just to have this world be destroyed.
Thank you, Keel.
But don't be stupid. I should be thanking you.
Really? But Meredy is happy now. Thank you. Take care of Quickie.
Jeez, don't make it so horribly sad.
Quickie!
Don't say
Aw.
that. We'll always be together, no matter what.
Thank you.
There's another job I get stuck to and that I don't
help
want.
me. Hold me up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Hold on to me good.
What's wrong?
I can't wait to get home to stuff myself with your omelets.
Is that a sexual innuendo?
Leave it to me.
All right. Let's do it, Farah.
Actually, I was
going
hoping to
back
get stuffed with your
together.
sausage.
Yeah, no problem.
Meredy's dead body just right there. I mean, not Meredy, Giselle.
Merity?
Oh, here comes Shazam.
Stand back.
Baiba!
Nerid?
No.
Merity, do not fear. Farewells are not the end. We will be together for all eternity.
Boy, she got tentacle fingers.
Mother!
They have the strength. Let us simply observe as they create their future.
It's crazy how, like, if you stop and think about like how insanely powerful these characters are compared to a genetically altered superhuman like fucking Elfin, it's like these characters were imbued with divine powers by actual gods. It's crazy to think about. Well, that was a tearjerker of a moment, even though the voice acting, I mean, you know, it's not the best, but I mean, Lloyd made a pact with the king of all summoned spirits. This dude was blessed by Narrate's powers. Luke is the scion of Lorelai's power. And then after that, they stopped sort of becoming like I don't know, paranormally gifted people. Like, what's his name? Asbel's just infected by a space parasite that's lonely. And that doesn't even happen until the second half of the game. Yayoi Tobe, wow. Beating it a second time, it's I don't know, until we see what actually happens, it's gonna be bittersweet. I wonder why they switched over to Kyosuke Fujishima. Was he the one who did the original characters in Fantasia? Look how cute Gnome is. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, you know, it's a heartbreaking moment when her mom finally regains consciousness just to save her kid. Very touching / sad / bittersweet. Oh, that's Merity leaving for Inferia. With her crazy Inferior clothes. She is hella skinny. Like crazily skinny. Almost impossibly skinny. Oh, I haven't washed. I got nut butter. You should wash. You should shower daily. Don't be like me and skip once. Or if I'm like having a quote-unquote bad hair day, it's because I haven't washed my hair. Today is a good hair day, but you know, I'll usually save my shower for like after stream, which I don't know, maybe that's a bad look. Poor chat, you were such an insignificant character. Same thing with Rassius. Max was whatever. I'm the leader of the resistance or whatever that wants to take down Balir. Merity's kind of important because she was the main antagonist's daughter and she had the Dark Aurora. So what happens now? Produced by Namco. Well, what happens? Get a happy ending at least? Student store. We go to college? Ew. How boring. Well, she's obviously in Minch.
Thanks for waiting.
What's that? Some baggage you got there.
They're souvenirs.
Yeah, it's emotional
I didn't
baggage.
think it would take this much space.
You're gonna sink the ship.
No problem. This much should be okay. I hope we can meet them.
Of course.
Yeah, we will. Do you have everything you need? It looks to be a long trip. We should double check. I think we're ready to go. Let us set sail.
Sorry to walk
Chat,
in on
you
you
look
two.
happy.
She'll be meeting her friend. Her cute little furry friend.
Maybe we shouldn't do this.
Who would be friends with such wild animals? And I'm certainly not excited.
Okay. There's no need to get all bent out of shape.
I am not.
All right. Let's head for Celestia.
Yeah. Aye, sir.
Yeah, but Keel and Merida got trapped on the other side. It's weird because like this game is like all the other ones where there's some crazy advanced technology, but this one was like made by actual gods. Like it was gods that made this technology. It wasn't like humans. Like in Celestia it kind of was, because they used the power of spirits to make their weaponry and shit. Now to take our phallic ship to space. Oh, right, because they became two separate planets. So now we need a spaceship to be able to go there. It's weird, you can see how Tales of Symphonia and by proxy Tales of Fantasia were kind of like this, where they got that double planet syndrome going on. There's a lot of unanswered questions. You just have to take it for a fact that there was these two separate worlds that were fused in one planet for some reason. That's really how it ends. I mean, I guess they go, right? Hopefully they make it. Hopefully this shit isn't copyright. Wolf Team Staff. Takashi Hasegawa. Final thoughts. Well, For all my ragey, complainy bitchiness, the combat was a definite step up from Tales of Destiny and Tales of Fantasia. The fact that Reed got like 3 Mystic Arts is kind of insane. You didn't see shit like that again until Tales of Graces, where everybody got like 2, and I think Asbel got 3. There is some wonkiness with figuring out exactly when you can input the command for the next hit. That shit got me killed a lot of times against that Crest fight. And just in general, whenever you're expecting, you know, the ebb and flow of battle, you're expecting another attack to come out and it doesn't. That can throw you off mentally. But like, this game was really sweet in the fact that like it gave you a reason to use different weapons, because different weapons had different like thrust strengths or slash strengths. And it was, you know, it made me switch over to using certain arts to get my slash and thrust up. There were lots of like little mini systems within the combat that you needed to level, like your Kramels. Like I never had Keel or Merity out of the party if I could help it, because I needed the summon spirits to level up, pretty much. Which is a double-edged sword, because you feel like you have to have them in your party unless they're like perfectly maxed out on all their stuff. So it leaves characters like Chat and Max as kind of like worthless. Like if you wanted to have like a 3 caster system, then yeah, you would switch out Pharah for Max, because Max pretty much his spells are spells. His attacks are pretty much spells that he has to sit and cast. Characters were good. Reed, I don't think Reed is a bad protagonist. Finn, fucking sweet. Would you like to save? Let's do that. And save, okay. Please insert disc 1. And that's pretty much it. So let me finish, I guess, my thoughts. Characters, I mean, they all had good arcs. They were all like part of the same backstory. They really revolved around Pharah. Like you could make the argument that Pharah was really the catalyst behind this whole like story. Not really, but like so much of their character revolved around her and her actions and her background. But I think everybody had a satisfying arc. You learn why she always feels like she needs to help people, because she held this guilt with her for so long. Keel's whatever. I mean, snotty, bratty, smart kid. But he works with everybody else. Like if you look at him as just by himself instead of the sum of the parts, then yeah, he's just kind of whatever. But he works well with Reed and Pharah. Merity, I know she's supposed to be like a cutesy, like, oh, she's like naive, or she does crazy, like she dances around and she's weird. But her, you know, arc was good. Her actual real story is good, because the whole reason why the Grand Fall is happening is because of the events that happened with her mother and father. So that's kind of like, she's the main real catalyst, and she's almost really the main character, if you really stop and think about it. Chat is whatever. Max was whatever. He's a goofy comic relief character. His wife is still alive, apparently, because that was a side quest that we missed out on, because we didn't get his Mystic Art. There's so much that we're going to have to do on New Game Plus. But his wife is still alive. She didn't die like we were made to believe. His wife is actually that lady that's painting landscapes. I guess he thinks his wife is dead, and she's like, doesn't want to return home. I think she's painting all those pictures for him or something. The overall plot, well, it's not the best plot. I certainly think it's better It's similar to a giant space parasite wanting to unite the world. It's similar to it, but not quite. Narrate at least has motivation that's understandable because Seyfert came and pretty much kicked him out of his own domain and decided to put material. It's like Narrate is Sithis and Seyfert are all the Aedra that came and put existence in his nothingness, and he's like pissed off about it. That's pretty much what it is. His Narrate is pissed off that Seyfert came and put matter into his void of nothingness. So as a final boss, he's pretty cool. I would not put Narrate up there with like a Van de Stelka, like, and even then like not like a Van or a Duke or even a Mythos, but Narrate is probably like I would rank him 4th. Not bad, not like Kronos was a joke. Like you didn't even know who the fuck Kronos was until like you were almost done with the game. Tales of Fantasia, I know Dallas is the final. I have to play through Tales of Fantasia, so I can't really rank him. Lambda as a boss compared to Lambda was lame. I didn't really care for Lambda. I didn't care for Gaius. Gaius was just a straight up dictator who was like, well, people can't be trusted, so I'm just gonna be a dictator and enslave the king of summon spirits because I'm Gaius and I'm a fucking crazy dictator. Like, I didn't like Gaius. I never played Exilia 2. I have Exilia 2, I just haven't played it. Tales of Zestiria. Heldolf I thought actually was an interesting villain. He's simple. He was a murderer who was only doing what he wasn't a murderer. He was a general. It was a war going on, and he was only doing what people told him to do. And Miklio's uncle cursed him with eternal life and suffering, and he's taking it out on everybody else because of it. So Miklio's uncle made his own worst enemy by doing what he did. He killed Miklio. He sacrificed Miklio in order to eternally curse Heldolf. That was an interesting story. The character development is what sucked in Tales of Zestiria. Berseria, Artorias as a final villain. I guess I would rank him above Narrade. His motivations were pretty much like Narrade's, but he had more personality than Narrade, so I have to give that to him. So I would say like my personal favorite villains after having played this and understood it is like probably Van, then it's Duke, then it's Mythos, then it's Artorias, then it's Chazelle / Narrade. And then Heldolf would probably be number 6. And it's like the real final boss of Arise. Like Volron was a fucking joke. I hated Volron as a character. And the Great Spirit was like a wild animal. Like its motivations were based off of primal fears of needing to survive, like animalistic. What's the word I'm looking for? Like animalistic continued existence. I don't know what the fuck I'm like. There's a word for that, but it's trying to like stay alive because it's like ingrained in its primal thoughts that it needs to constantly like be alive. Survival, maybe? Constant need for survival. It's animalistic survival instinct. Whatever it is. So he was a lame boss. And I haven't played any of the other ones, so I can't talk about those. But yeah, we're done with Tales of Eternia.